Alarms are going off about the use of Truvada as a new HIV prevention method. But some people believe that the circulation of such a drug could foster a false sense of security. Executive Director of the Caribbean Broadcast Media Partnership, Dr. Alison Leacock, who has been leading the Caribbean media's response to the pandemic, focusing on ending discrimination and increasing prevention, says her organization will have to move with the times.
There will still be the importance of sharing information about how to protect yourself in your sexual relations, how to ensure that you know how to live positively, because there are still the risks of co-infections when you're HIV positive, and the fact that you can have, many other conditions.
When used as a preventative measure, Truvada is called a pre-exposure prophylaxis, PrEP. And according to Dr. Anthony Fauci, director of the United States National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, it is more useful for discordant couples. Those are people who are HIV negative whose spouses are HIV positive.
PrEP should not be used as a substitution for other forms of prevention. It should be an addition to the broad toolkit of preventions that we have to be used in combinations. For example, it shouldn't be a substitute for a condom. It should be done in addition to a condom.
Truvada blocks the action of a protein that HIV needs to infect the body, but the drug has to be taken consistently for it to be effective.
So because a medication works when you take it, you can't assume that if you go out and are sloppy about it and don't take it regularly, that it will actually work. So when you're talking about PrEP, be it topical microbicides or oral PrEP, you must adhere to the regimen if you expect it to work.
At present, the Truvada one-a-day pill costs about $13,000 per year. It is not a part of the subsidized antiretroviral drugs available in the Caribbean. Dr. Fauci believes availability of the drug in the region comes down to one word: priority.
You need to make a tough choice that it is possible, if not likely, that PrEP in those situations is not feasible for that particular country, and you've got to focus much more on proper use of condom, behavioral modifications, etc. Because if you're talking about $12,000 to $14,000, now it's likely in low-income countries that the drug company will make it available for much, much less. But even then, even with reductions in prices, it's still going to be a very expensive proposition.
Once you start thinking there's a drug that's going to be safe and you don't have to worry about being infected, I think we're going down the wrong path, really. So it is an excellent drug, but in the context of our reality in the Caribbean, I think it's going to be difficult for us to afford it.
From the HIV Conference 2012 here in Washington, D.C., I'm Simone Absalom with the Caribbean Broadcast Media Partnership team reporting for JNN.